In today's video, I'm going to provide a step-by-step process on how to navigate the Metroun Learning website. This is everything from signing up to using the system directly. So this will be the page that you will start on. You'll see that we've got Metroun Learning, we've got APC support, and our consultant branch as well. So the first thing you need to do if you want to sign up to Metroun Learning is click the sign up button. This will take you to this page here. You need to insert a username, email address, your name, your password, and then choose between our monthly and our annual plan. The only differences will be with an annual plan, you save over 62% if you were to purchase it over the year, and you gain the lifetime template license where templates are updated on a monthly or bi-monthly period. You can pay via PayPal or Visa, input your card details, and off you go. So what I'm going to do is I click Learn More and I'm going to log in. Now this is a admin account, so everything will state Metroun, but when you log in, it will state your name. So the first thing we can do is we can go into courses, and the way you can find this is by going into courses or by clicking on Metroun Learning and clicking courses here. Now, as you can see, the courses are split into individual topics. So we've got NEC courses, we've got QS principles, JCT courses, kind of the same layout as Netflix, just a lot less entertaining, very honestly, but a lot more useful. So we've got over 60 hours of formal CPD that's available, and again, you can, if you're working on a JCT contract, you can go onto JCT contracts and look at what the contract sum analysis is, or fluctuation provisions, or a schedule of amendments. We've got construction law cases, general construction basics, some software tutorials, some FIDIC courses, and then new courses are updated every month. So in February, these courses will be updated to show February courses. What we will do, we'll go into one of these courses here. And what you can see here is an overview, what you'll see in this curriculum. So you'll see, we'll go into it first. So let's do that. So every course has a video and a transcript. So you are exposed to the information first. Now the courses are between the videos are between 3 to 6 minutes long. Write notes, take information here. Don't just blitz through it. Like, really try and understand the concept. So these courses are split into 3 sections, and the reason they're split into 3 sections is based on research, really. So first of all, we want to expose you to the information. Once you complete this element and you've watched it all, you scroll down and you click complete. What that'll do is it'll say that you've completed that section, and there'll be a big green tick that'll appear here. Then we look at our key points. So we're driving you down into the key points that you should be remembering here. So pretty much a schedule of amendments amends the contract clauses. So for example, if under a JCT design and build contract you have a 21-day payment term, they might change the number of days after the due date for payment, which means you'll go from a 21-day payment term to maybe a 28 or a 35 or a 40. So it's just really, really useful to understand that schedule amendments, to be honest with you, in every JCT contract, you will have a schedule of amendments. Somebody would amend the clauses in some way. Once you've completed that, you'll now go down into the quiz. Sorry, the quiz has already been done, which is why it's saying you've completed this. What you can do is you can retake or review the quiz, but we're going to just retake it for the time being, just so you can see the quiz layout. So what is the primary purpose of a schedule of amendments in a JCT contract? Is it to outline the project timeline, to record changes and modifications to the standard contract terms, to list names of the contractor's employers, or to provide a summary of the project budget? And we know it's to change or modify the standard JCT terms. And let's say we were to just randomly, so we'll continue through, but let's say we were to randomly click any of these now. I'm not really looking at what they are. And we click finish quiz. And here it'll say that the 2 that we actually looked at, properly, we got right, and the rest were incorrect. Now, you can't complete a course without getting all these answers correct and completing all the elements. So what we can do now is we can review these, and as you can see here, it gives you an explanation. So to record changes and modifications, and then it says here that the schedule amendments is explicitly designed to document any alterations, additions, or deletions made to the standard terms and contracts and conditions of a JCT contract. We're pretty much moving the risk. Now, what will happen when you've completed this course? I'm going to go off here. And what would happen is you'd be given a certificate. So all your certificates, when you complete a course, it will state that there's a certificate there. So look, we've passed. You click certificate and it'll say the certificate is presented to, and that'll be your name, completing the course. And there's a little QR code in the bottom right hand corner with a date. So the QR code will take you directly to the website. So for example, if you're using this as evidence for RICS or CICES or QSI, there's evidence that you've claimed this from a reputable individual, reputable business. We will go to this little button here, which is your profile. And when you go, again, there's a few more sections here because this is an admin account. But what you will see is, if I go onto my courses, this is what you could see. So you'll see all of the courses that you've undertaken, whether they're currently in progress, whether you've finished them or not, whether you've passed, or whether you've failed them. You'll also see all your certificates in one place. So again, you can scroll here and you can see all your certificates and the date that you received those certificates as well. So for example, if I go on here, we'll be able to see that we received the certificate on how construction contracts allocate risk on the 17th of June, 2025. We can also download it. So if you click that, that'll download it into a PDF. You can also see your quizzes. Gradebook won't be available, so that's something that we're currently working on at the moment. And you can also see your wish list. So for example, you might see a course that you want to undertake and you can click the little heart button, and that's something that you can do in the future. Your orders are pretty much every course that you've undertaken. Now, what you can do as well is we've got Metroun AI here. I've just put what clause of the NEC contract will you find compensation events. We know it's clause 60.1. With Metroun AI, you need to be aware that this is artificial intelligence. Sometimes it does get information wrong. There's a disclaimer at the bottom. This does not substitute professional advice or a definitive response to any question or issue. So it's trained on commercial topics, but use this more as a let's say you wanted to find where compensation events were in the contract. You can say, where will I find it? And then you would go into your NEC contract, go to clause 60 and go, okay, it's actually 60.1. This is what I need to do based on this contract. Because as we've just stated before, your schedule of amendments in an NEC contract, you'll be looking at Z clauses. So the Z clauses, which are amendments to the main contract clauses, could amend that specific clause, for example. So compensation events, they might have struck out a number of compensation events and they might have added a number of compensation events. So it's always good to look at what you've got in your contract. But this is part of Metroun Learning. It uses, I believe, GPT-5, so it's the most up to date. And yeah, you can go in there and take a look. Next, we've got the QS dictionary. Again, all this information can be found here. So for example, if somebody said to you, I hope this doesn't happen, but if somebody were to say to you, we're going to adjudication, and you're like, I have no idea what adjudication actually means, you can come to here and it'll say what adjudication actually is. So pretty much here it's saying it's a simple and efficient method of settling disputes whereby an adjudicator uses his or her own knowledge and investigations whilst weighing evidence presented by both parties. So pretty much in an adjudication, you'd be presenting your case, whoever's brought the case forward will be presenting their case as well. It's a very quick but very stressful period of time when it comes to this level of dispute. We've got videos on this. We've got more topics on adjudication and a number of other elements as well. So again, these are updated on a monthly basis. You can look at each individual element and at least you'll understand what certain words in quantity surveying mean. We've also got our downloads. So if you've purchased an annual download, an annual subscription, you would go to lifetime template license, and then here you'll see that it's free. You can see that we've got accrual sheets, bill of quantity templates, the CICES official CPD log, takeoff paper. There's a number of templates here. Again, these are updated as well, and they're all available. And then finally, we've got our calculators as well. So for example, you might need to take off a certain drawing, or let's just say you need to estimate how much base course is required on a project. Now, what these calculators do is they work out the unit weight. So for example, you might have a road that needs constructing. You know it's built up of base course, binder, and surface course. Here we've got the base course. We might say, look, it's 100 meters long, it's 5 meters wide, and then there's a depth of base course is usually 150 mil. So we know that we need 168 tons of material. You can add a level of wastage as well, but you could then go to wholesalers and say that you need 168 tons of base course based on the material inputs that you've put here. There's also a number of other calculators as well. So let's say you needed to look at a beam load calculator. You can put in all the information, and then it'll pop out the output values as well. You might need to know rafter length or truss count, or anyway, there's a number of courses. There's a number of calculators here that could actually be very, very useful. Now, what I'll do on a future video is I'll show you the app and how we can use that as well, because the app has additional functionality. So if you were to go on to Metroun QS app, you'll see that we've got the app on the Apple Store, and we've got it on the Play Store as well. So there's additional functionality. You can update your CPD log. You can add new CPD to it as well, not just the ones we have. It automatically tracks the information you have on Metroun Learning as well. So it automatically puts into a log. You can add your learning outcomes and so on. But we'll do that in a future video. That is everything when it comes to Metroun Learning. When you do purchase a subscription, it does renew on an annual basis. So if it's not something that you'd like to carry on, again, we can go into support@metroun.co.uk, and you can do it that way, or you can renew or abandon your subscription as well. So you can do it that way. Again, this is an admin account, so I've got an unlimited expiration date. You'll see your start date, you'll see your end date, you'll receive an email that will state when your plan initiates and when it expires. If you want to try it, download the app. The app gives you a 1-week free trial. The website doesn't allow that for the time being. Hope that video was really useful. And in a future video, we'll go through the app.